Hi, I'm Peter Haddock and I'm here at Cabintec in the baking and paint room. I'm going to be coming around the whole facility here in Northern Ireland to find out what this is all about, how they make their cabins and how they make their welfare solutions for the industry. And I've come into the most really exciting part at the moment where I'm going to be talking to Mark shortly. So see you later, folks. I'm just about to explore more of Cabintec. And here he is, folks, Mark Tootill. He is the Business Development Manager here at Cabintec. Mark, we found each other at the Executive Hire Show this year, and you invited me to come and have a look at the facility. And little did I know that it's only a few years old and the business is booming, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah, we're very, very busy at the moment. A lot of current and new products coming through, but yeah, we're doing very, very well.
So it was set up just a few years ago, actually, when the pandemic was on, because, you know, you had welfare customer opportunities, didn't you? And, you know, that said, hold on a minute, we can do things right here, can't we?
Yeah, the demand was obviously just so high at the time and still is, so we just saw an opportunity in opening. So we designed and made a product, and we really think the product's really, really good.
And so we've got a big facility here, brand new, all the sheds look fantastic, folks. Behind us, where I'd normally start, is the welding and fabrication, but they're so busy, I can't stop them. So basically, we've come here to the paint and baking setup here. Yeah. And this is really part of where we can visually see the behind the scenes of what one of your products looks like. What is this one?
Yeah, so this is a static welfare for one of our customers, Sisk Construction.
Okay. Yeah.
So it comes with a canteen area, a toilet, a generator. It's actually a new product they've actually designed and bought through us, but they've actually named it Sisk Eco themselves.
Yep.
And they're a large construction company outfit who like to be very green as such. So yeah, brilliant product.
And that's part of what you can do when you've got your own fabrication. Literally, steel comes in, gets cut, gets fabricated, and then we come into the paint shop, and then we're in the fitting area as well. That's really different then to other people that are literally just knocking out the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. We just like to have obviously lines of production, so it just goes in one end, as you say, Peter, and comes all the way through until it goes onto the lorry to the customer, to the end, the end destination.
And so one of the things that's really important for me is this whole eco transition, this net zero transition. Welfare units have got a lot to do with that, haven't they? And you've actually worked through that process and now even have a big brand that's working with you as well.
Yeah, certainly. The way of the world now and the way that things are going, it needs to be green and eco-friendly, to obviously help the planet and the world, move forward in the way it should do.
So they've got the power there, they've got the solar power there, they've also got the scenario there, you've got a connected welfare cabin, haven't you, as well, where you can see the data coming through. And that's equally important in how people manage those sites, isn't there? Make sure, for example, there's enough fuel in the tank if we need it, or to see the impact of solar on welfare facility throughout the 12-month period.
Yeah, correct. So we have an option of a telematic system we can put in through Victron. Yep. So there'll be an LCD screen inside the unit that will obviously display what the solar is doing, the battery performance, the diesel capacity, and also a GPS system to show where the location is.
Yep.
The customer can also buy a SIM card and link in from their home or their office to obviously see them network information also.
And so what's again really interesting for me is, you go onto sites and welfare units, well used, but they're out on site and they can, unfortunately, we've seen it, folks, get damaged. And you were talking to me earlier about fabrication and how it all works. We've got the welders down here, but I didn't realise how important some of the fabrication elements were. Instead of using big sheeting, you're doing it in sections, and there's a reason for that, isn't there?
Yeah, so a lot of welfare units would be doing in what you call a corrugated sheeted manner. We do a flat-sided panel, but there's actually a joint behind each individual joint also to obviously make that just as strong and robust as a corrugated sheeting. It also means as well, if anything is damaged, not the entire side of the unit needs to be repaired. Each sheet individually can be repaired also.
And you've got all the facilities there to do that here as well.
Yeah, so we've done it before with customers, We'll come straight back to site, into the factory, and we'll repair them there and then.
And I've noticed you've got this sort of curved, sleek appeal to this particular one. Again, any reason for that kind of design change?
We just changed it. We just wanted to obviously see and see what was going to look good going forward.
Absolutely. So it's got welfare sex appeal, folks. This is what we call it. And so for here, we're doing other processes. So let's just talk about it. We've got the welding, we've got the fabrication. So we know how it all works. We've then got two bays here, one that we're in now and one next to it, that actually means we'll talk about the next stage, which is the quality of finish and therefore the longevity of a product.
Yeah, so next door to us we have what you call the blasting shed.
Oh, right.
So blasting shed just makes obviously the finish completely 100% perfect before it arrives into the oven to be painted.
Yeah.
We would prime and paint both interior and exterior on all our units.
Yeah.
And we use a 2-pack oven-based paint finish. So like I say, it's completely sprayed through and then baked in the actual oven.
Right, fantastic. So oven-baked welfare units is a first for me, folks. But, you know, this is then this next step that we go on to, which is then the installation of, you know, the demand from the clients as such, you know, where with a big space like this, you can do different things for this, can't you, and different setups.
Correct, yeah. It'll then leave here, and once it's dried, it will go into the manufacturing bay, where they'll be dropped onto an axle for a mobile welfare unit, or straight through to the fit-out shed, where, again, insulation, floor, everything's applied before then it leaves onto the lorry to the end goal.
So, folks, before I pop in and see what happens inside, I've just got a little bit of siliconing to do. Just like that and finish this one off for you. I think I'm going to let the professionals finish this one off, but there you go, it's siliconed as well, folks, part of the process. I'm off. You also need to stick the walls on, and I've got a job to do here where I'm going to roll out all the glue that makes this happen, folks. Backwards and forwards. Ooh, it's quite therapeutic, but you need to do it properly again, so I'm going to roll on to the next section of what's happening at Cabintec. Come on. So, Mark, we're here inside the Sisk Eco, well, actually on the back end of the Sisk Eco, my favourite place in a welfare unit, the toilet, folks, most essential thing of any welfare unit. But you're all sat there next to the generator, but also the controls for the whole solar array that's on top of this. Tell me a little bit about that and how it all works.
Yeah, so this is a Sisk Eco, so the solar will drip feed into the battery, and anything inside 12 volt will obviously work off the battery then. We have a step-up 6 kVA silent generator in here as well, with a Startmatic system inside. So whenever the battery does drop below 66%, that will automatically kick in to recharge you. Look, it's a brilliant product in the summer and winter months with daylight, and obviously keeping everything, the generator, down to a minimum.
So it's all packed into there, the generator and the battery system?
Yeah, the battery system's in under the seats in there.
Oh, right.
Up there you've got your smart solar system for your Victron.
Fantastic. So what we've got here is a real opportunity for people to be on site. Even on a day like today, was getting into winter, the sun is actually shining.
Yes.
And so we can generate quite a lot from the solar. And of course, if the welfare units aren't being used as much, they're always being topped up then, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. And look, also as well, the customer themselves or the hirer of the unit can also see the performance and the solar and the batteries through the telematic system that's in this, either on site through the LCD screen, or again from home or from the office.
So here we are finally inside the Roma 258.
EOXS, Peter,
Right.
with Webasto diesel heating and solar.
Right, and this is really important for me. Welfare units use a lot of energy, and if we can make it from a solar perspective, with all the lighting, the LED lighting, as efficient as possible, this is what it's all about, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So this one's fitted with solar panels on the roof, as explained before, to obviously drip feed the battery and use anything 12 volt inside it. This also has a Webasto diesel heating system in it again, so the generator doesn't need to be on for that to impact.
Right, well this is really important. Again, we're saving heat every time because, you know, a lot of the things that people want out of a welfare unit is it to be nice and toasty, which it is in here, folks. But the other thing about welfare units is things like power for a microwave here, things like, and actually quite a nice coffee machine down there, Mark. You know, this is it. It's like, you know, treat people well and they will be on site and they'll be happy to be in something like this, won't they?
Yeah, we tried to perform and obviously design it for like a home from home.
Yeah.
So people are working on site, they want obviously the luxury. So that's what we go above and beyond for the customer.
This is a cabin. It's full of tech. Mark's explained it all. So now, that's it from me. I can sit down and have one of these posh coffees. Cheers, Mark.